Hi there. Today I'm going to review LEGO Monkey Kid Staff Creations set number 80030 with 2 minifigures and 306 pieces for $40, which just using the 10 cents per piece math says that this should not be anywhere near this price. But price per piece isn't everything. So let's go into the video. Now this set is basically the older version of Monkey Kid's Creative Vehicles, which released as part of the 5th anniversary, but this set is worse. It's actually got some sort of correlation to the show, since these feel like something actually being made with a staff, which is cool. And obviously these are all staff creations, and so one thing they actually did was that they added the ends of the staff in, which is a really cool touch. There are 3 vehicles you get in the set, but you can remove the sections and add them onto the other ones as well, which is why they're creative. I'm going to start off by reviewing the worst vehicle, which is the mech. It's created the exact same way as all 14 million other small-scale mechs we have ever seen, only this time, it's way worse. It doesn't use the specifically molded pieces, so you can easily put the Monkey Kid minifigure in, and rather wasted a bunch of parts to make it look a lot worse. They also use the same pieces for the mech, arms, and legs, which I already hate, and so do a very large amount of people, but usually in other mechs, at least they try to cover it up, or add more details, but for this, it just really sticks out. It really sucks because Monkey Kid doesn't really have any small scale mechs, and the fact that this is the only one when this released, we did get another mech in 2024, which is a pretty good mech, but this one really sucks. It had so much potential because it had such unique weapons, one of it being a hammer made out of staff, which is such a cool idea, but it is really brought down by how lackluster the main frame is. It definitely could have been so much better since all it had to do was to use a few more pieces and to armor up the mech's arms and legs just a bit. The actual articulation is pretty mediocre. It's more than other mechs, but that's just because it's got no armoring on the actual arms and legs, which means it has more space. Other than that though, the mech does actually look pretty decent for what it is. It's not the ugliest thing I've ever seen, but it's not better than like any other mech that came out this time. I feel like it's one of the worst mechs in LEGO's entire portfolio, which is saying a lot because there's just so many bad ones. And just because they tried to cut corners and save a few cents by keeping it unarmored. Moving on, the next build is the plane/jet thingy. I feel like it's extremely mediocre. I'm going to compare it to the Creative Vehicles jet, which that one felt extremely unique. And while it felt less like a jet and more like a plane, this one actually feels like a jet. But it is also super tiny, like, feels like a 60 to 70 piece jet. But it actually looks pretty good. You're basically trading off pieces for aesthetics, which does look good in my opinion. My favorite thing about it is how the staff's gold part goes for the entire jet, really tying into the Monkey Kid theme. One thing I want to talk about that is in all 3 of the builds is that they all come with this 2x3 slope brick in red with the Monkey Kid logo actually printed on, which is completely exclusive to this one set, and is one of the very few times that we get Monkey Kid's logo printed on, since it is normally just a sticker. One more thing I do want to say is that the back part of it, where the wings are at, is extremely fragile, and it will basically break at a moment's notice. It's really annoying since there aren't too many places to hold the actual jet, which is so annoying. Also, the bottom of it is extremely flat, like just the underside and no other pieces put on side, or just plates. Now, I don't really mind, since you don't really look at the underside of a jet when you're playing with it too much, but my main issue is that it comes in dark bluish gray. Oh no, sorry, black. But, which is completely stands out. I would have much preferred if it was red, so we can at least try to blend in a little bit. That's all my thoughts on this one. So let's go on to the next one, which is the best one, but that's mostly because the rest are pretty bad. Not saying this one is much better either. This car, again, is in the same style, where the gold ends of the staff are sticking out the front and the back, as well as the 2x3 curved slope brick is with the Monkey Kid logo. One main issue of this one that none of the main other ones has is that the brick modified connector thingy is also sticking out. Also, these 2 side areas are completely unnecessary since it shouldn't be this big and obtrusive. It should have definitely been either smaller or just much better rounded off. But you cannot also remove it, then it feels like a little square with wheels, which is just really annoying since you have to pay $40 for this and you get a build of this quality. which is worse than some of the side builds we have gotten in other sets, such as the Anti-Gravity Arcade and the Lion Guardian set. One thing about this one is that none of the other ones had is that you can actually put Monkey Kid staff somewhere to hold it, which is nice, I guess. Now, we have reviewed the main model, so we have to talk about the modularity of it. So I have all the sections in front of me, and I can do very little with all of it. I can basically make nothing. With the car, I can make whatever this is, and nothing else, since basically nothing else connects up, and this looks terrible. Unlike the creative vehicles, you either have to make something that is basically impossible to look at since it's so ugly, or keep it normal, which really removes all the creativity from it. It's really so dumb since it looks so cool, but you literally can't do anything with it. It's like the most terrible free vehicles to do it with, since you can't make anything actually cool with it, which is so annoying since I really want to like this set. I really do, but I just can't. But let's talk about the two minifigures in the set, which is Monkey King and Monkey Kid. This Monkey King minifigure is the exact same one we've gotten in like every other Monkey Kid set ever, so I'm just going to skip him entirely and go to the Monkey Kid minifigure. This minifigure actually came with one new piece, which is pretty cool, though it's not too interesting in my opinion. It's just him wearing a shirt and his arms are unprinted with the exact same head and hair as all the other sets. And unprinted legs as well. So let's just go into the pricing. So as I said before, this set retailed for $40 with 306 pieces and 2 minifigures. And looking at it from the top, I don't see it. Like when I'm holding everything, I don't feel like it's actually $40. It could be like $35 max. Only when I do look at them separate, I actually see $40. Like, I guess you can say that the car is like $13, the mech is like $15, and the jet is like $12, and like $2 per minifigure, but that's not very good anyways. Overall, I have to rate this set a solid 4.7 out of 10. It's just so bad at making new stuff, like the point of the set was, and the mech really sucked. That's all for this video. Goodbye.